needs to work together to assure that our dollars are well spent. If elected to Congress, I'll balance our budget. I'll work towards that. And I will also look at getting our bond rating up, which will come with that balancing, by lowering our deficit. I'm not going to be one of those Congress members who refuse to pay our bills, and bringing our economy to its needs. We do need to reduce our debt. We need to build a reserve, just as we did at the County of Ventura when I first came on. They had a structural deficit, and we have built it to a balanced budget and to a point where we have a reserve, and we got our bond rating up. It is an excellent model. I will not become embroiled in the heavy-handed partisanship. I won't have lobbyists writing legislation for me. I will, as Claudia mentioned, put country first, put patriotism first, put the public and good government first, not party politics. We need to have people who we can trust. We need people that we can trust. And what do we have right now? We have Congress members who are doing insider trading on the stock market.
Yeah.
We have Congress members that are making money off of land deals.
Yeah.
It may be legal that they can have this insider trading on the stock market, but it shouldn't be legal. We need to make sure that we have honest people that we can trust working for us in Congress. We need to make sure that those same Congress members who may want to do insider trading aren't reducing the regulation on the stock market, on Wall Street. We need to make sure we continue and have those regulations. You look at the super committee. The super committee got together trying to bridge that partisan divide that they can't seem to do in D.C. Members of the super committee made $700,000. One Congress member alone, just for sitting on the super committee, he made $700,000 in contributions. And you look at SOPA, the Stop Online Privacy Act. In this particular case, you can tell how all the Congress members are going to vote. You know how you can tell? Because they've either got all the money from the internet companies, or they've got all the money from the Hollywood industry. And that's not how you should determine how you vote, and that's not how we should figure out how they're going to vote. We need to get them. And how do we get that? We elect people who are not beholden. We elect people who are not beholden to the political parties, the PACs, the corporations, the unions. We elect people who are willing to represent residents, represent citizens, and only take contributions from individuals. We are in a really good time right now in that we have a congressional district, an open primary, and everyone is watching what's going to happen. The eyes of the nation are watching this congressional district. And I think because we have that attention, we can make our voices heard. We have the most incredible opportunity. In this election, we're going to have millions and millions and millions of dollars spent. The political action committees, the parties are going to spend more money. It may be the most expensive campaign in the history of California, right here in Ventura County's 26th congressional district. And what an incredible message it will send to send someone who's not taking the PAC money, to send someone who's grassroots to Congress. What kind of message would that send the nation? This needs to resonate. I don't know anyone else who's refusing PAC money and party money, corporate money, and only taking contributions from individuals. And if I can do it, then another candidate will say, hey, she did it, I can do it. And soon you'll have people in Congress who aren't beholden to special interests. And that's the message that we can send with my election. I've been outspent before. I've been outspent 10 to 1 before in the past. I am living proof that money doesn't buy elections. And ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly the message we need to send. Money doesn't buy elections. You know, they say I'm going into the hardest campaign in my life with one hand tied behind my back, because I won't take special interest money. But I would not have it any other way. All that money, what is that going to translate into? You're going to see lots of mail, you're going to see lots of TV commercials and radio commercials and internet, rumors and everything you can imagine. And you know what? It's all going to be directed at me because I'm not beholden. And you have a situation here where one candidate is looking to make sure I am not one of the top two in the general election. Possibly both candidates, where there's three big ones here that may win into that general election. And I know that, for example, Tony Strickland does not want to see Linda Parks in the general election in November. So he is going to make sure to do the best he can to knock me down. He'd rather have a different candidate to go toe-to-toe with in November, because they know that if I do win into the general, I can win and become the next congressperson. So it will be one of those campaigns where I am certainly the target from both sides. And my objective is to keep standing, but I know I have managed before, and we will manage again. But what's special this time is it sends this wonderful message. And what an incredible message. The most expensive campaign in history, potentially in the state of California, and we end up with someone who's grassroots of the people. I've been honored to have your trust. You've elected me to the city council. You've elected me to the board of supervisors. I'm that same Linda Parks. I'll put your interests, your families, your neighbors, our county, our state, before the interests of special interests, because I always have. You know, the signers of the Declaration took a tremendous risk. They decided to fight the status quo. And I think we need to let them be our inspiration. It is a risk to fight the status quo, but look at what the rewards are, this United States of America. I'm going to offer a challenge. I'm going to offer a challenge to my fellow candidates right here today at Freedom Park. I'm offering this challenge to don't take special interest money. Don't take PAC money, super PAC money, party money, union money. Don't take the money and don't be beholden. And then you too can send that message. And if you've taken the money, I say, return it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I have another challenge. This is challenge number 2. And that challenge is to you, the voters, to take a bipartisan step. It's a big step for some. We need to have a Congress that will work together, Republicans and Democrats. And unless voters are willing to take that step and vote for the best candidate, regardless of party. We're going to continue to put fuel on the fire of Congress and have the extreme partisanship. We need as people to take that bipartisan step, and I challenge you to do that, to work together. We need to have representative government that is not corroded by money and special interests at the expense of working Americans. Ventura County, send a message. Send a message to the nation that they will hear. I ask that you send me to Washington. Thank you.